Play. 15.
The respective court time of these two players going into this match. Federer's been out there for 7 hours and 22 minutes and Davidenko 12 hours and 4 minutes. That is a significant difference in 4 matches.
Cain, Federer.
Into gear very quickly. The man from Switzerland.
First game.
A mental rest at some stage, but not the case with those that come back from 2 sets to love. So he'll come in here, Davidenko, surely just slightly jaded at least.
Love 15.
And as you can see, he's not a big, powerfully built man. He's a bit of a greyhound, can run all day, but he's only slight of stature. 70 kilos, thereabouts.
Ominous signs early for Nikolay Davydenko.
Oh, this is a wonderful backhand from Federer.
Just perfect.
Well, that's indicative of the hesitancy that this man Davidenko has in coming to the net. He had Federer struggling, the ball was floating, and most players would have taken the floating ball out of the air and hit a drive volley at least, but he's very hesitant in that area, Davidenko.
30-40.
The player hits this shot down the line when they're very confident, because it is high risk. The net's higher clearly and the distance travelled is shorter, so you've got to be very certain of your timing to go for that shot early. So Federer showing great confidence second game of this match.
Deuce.
Super point, both players. This is where he's at his best, Davydenko, counter-attacking. This is a good volley, and how quickly Davydenko gets there to make something happen. Likes a target. Look at the endeavour here to get there when the ball's high enough, because once it gets low and he's got to slice the ball, that's when he really finds difficulty. But if he can get there quickly and hit over it, he hits it well.
Cain, Davidenko.
On the line. Davidenko down a break point in his first service game, but that'll do his confidence and his nerves the world of good.
Well, I suspect Tony Roach might have had Roger Federer on the court working on his volleys yesterday, because he missed a lot of volleys just like that against Tommy Haas in the previous round, and I think we probably won't see him miss anything like that here this evening. Worked his way to the net, got the volley he was looking for, did the job.
One way or the other, you get the feeling that Nikolay Davydenko is going to sleep pretty well tonight. Jeff's description of him was quite apt. A greyhound. He's going to be doing a lot of running, and he's going to need to do it quickly.
40 low. Cain, Federer.
Love going for the #1 player in the world.
Federer leads 2-1.
And as he did against Tommy Haas, he looks in touch early. 2-1. So game's on serve here after the first 3 in the first set. Davidenko serving 1-2.
Be interesting to see if tonight Davidenko plays a little closer to the baseline than usual, because he's aware of the fact that Federer likes to play those sorts of shots against him, the drop shots, the short balls, and he's up to them quickly enough in the early stages of the night for it not to be a problem. And he's playing a little closer to the baseline than normal,
30 love.
which indicates that he's looking for that shot from Federer tonight. He's going to try and cover it. Certainly needs to try something different. As we said at the outset, he's not beaten Federer in their 6 other meetings.
40 love. Cain, Davidenko.
Skidding right off the back of the line. And an air swing from Federer.
2 games.
Love game to the Russian. Eureka Tower dominating now the skyline of Melbourne.
It's in a fight with Q1 on the Gold Coast as to which is the tallest residential building in the world. Am I right with that?
I think you are. Interesting to hear Federer's comments after the Haas match the other night, saying that he never thought he was in any danger of losing the match. Shows his self-belief, but I think he was probably the only one in the stadium who didn't have some doubts at some stage. Finding the lines early. The off forehand always works so well for him.
Certainly worth a go at 40 love. He's so far out of court that the percentage shot is back across court, but when you're that far out of court and down 40 love, go for the high risk. If you make it, it's a bonus.
Federer
aiming that one straight at Davidenko's body. Just dropping the 1 point in that game.
He had a wonderful year in 2005, full of consistency, lots of quarters and semis, but just the one title.
As evidenced by the fact that he earned $1.6 million last year. You've got to be pretty consistent if there's only one title mixed up in that.
Coached by his brother Edward, is Nikolay. Edward's 11 years older than Nikolay, and they've been a close duo and have a wonderful rapport with each other. With every stroke, Davydenko endeavouring initially to go with Federer.
15 all.
But Federer just exploding on the last shot here. Decided, now I've had enough.
Hawkeye confirming the call.
Thirteen 15.
Good shot, Davidenko there. Off a low sliced ball that had come from the backhand of Federer. Davidenko generated really good pace and a little extra width.
Davidenko.
Neither player having too much difficulty on their serves.
3 games.
Although Davidenko was down a break point in the second game of this match. We get through to 3 all. Incidentally, Jeff, you had the night off last night. You picked the wrong night to have off because Charlize Theron was here at the tennis. She did pop into the box and was asking after you.
Well, you get that, don't you? Sometimes things just don't work out. I'm sure you were an able stand-in for me.
Seemed to be.
Correction modes. Replay the points.
Davidenko shaking his head because he was the one who thought he'd come up with the winner, and he had. And really, Federer had a play on the ball and couldn't return it.
He wouldn't be particularly happy with his attempted pass there. Davidenko practicing it again. Normally likes the target and would make a better fist of it than his last attempt.
Got the look about him of a man on a mission tonight.
40 love.
Good first volley here from Federer. Got good depth. stood back a long way there, Davidenko, to take the second serve, so that gave him time to witness the serve and volley tactic of Federer, and was able to adapt and get the ball right down at the feet of the incoming Swiss.
Cain, Federer. New ball speeds. Federer leads 4 games to 3.
The Swiss fans have had plenty to cheer about today, with Martina Hingis in action earlier on against Kim Clijsters. And of course, with this man, the dominant player in world tennis.
Players are ready. Thank you.
The new balls, Federer with the advantage of serving first, leads it by 4 games to 3 in this first set.
Low 50.
Already 11 winners and just 5 unforced errors from the racket of Roger Federer. Davidenko 5 winners, 3 unforced errors. Federer just shaking his head, wondering what he was doing there. He gifted 2 to him.
13-50.
Well, he's aware of the fact that Davidenko does not like to volley, so he's not going to try and overplay any passing shot attempts, Federer, but they certainly were a little ordinary, those attempts.
Just waited him out there. Federer in cruise control for much of this first set, but now has the opportunity of striking the decisive blow so far in this match. He
won't be happy with that. 30-40 break point opportunity, and pretty regulation forehand there for Federer.
Advantage, Federer.
It's where Davidenko just lacks a little. The last backhand of Federer landed on the service line without a lot of pace in it, and Davidenko really doesn't have enough pace or confidence off his forehand to get up and do something with it. That ball needed to be hit with pace and with aggression. Didn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Break point again.
Cain, Federer. Federer leads 5-2.
So the first break comes at a critical time as far as Nikolay Davydenko is concerned, because the first set now rests on the racket of Roger Federer, and he hasn't looked troubled on serve so far. 67% of first serves into play. Has dropped just the 5 points on his serve.
Love 15. Rod Laver Arena on the right, Federer's partner.
Just on the back foot there, which caused him to mistime the ball. So the footwork just a little lazy, perhaps.
Let's first service.
Well, an uncharacteristically sloppy game for Roger Federer, just when it looked as though the first set was his for the taking. First break points of the set for Davidenko, and what a critical time. Beautiful night in Melbourne on this Wednesday night, day 10 of the Australian Open Championships for 2006. And Roger Federer may have been admiring that perfect blue sky during the previous game, because he was only able to get one first serve into play, came up with 4 forehand unforced errors, 1 backhand unforced error, and put Davydenko back in this first set. So the man from Russia serving at 4-5.
Got him, I think. Yes. No, just long. Runs and hits on the outside of the ball. Watch it curl back in. So the width was okay, just the length a little heavy. He wants it. No. Well, that's the shot that he's used in the past so successfully against Davidenko. Mind you, he's used it successfully against many people. That short slice backhand round the service line, and it just takes Davidenko out of the comfort zone. He's a two-handed player, does not like to hit a one-handed slice, and he's in trouble.
Now he's really in trouble. Federer will breathe a sigh of relief if he can get out of this after what was a very out of character performance in that 9th game. But now 3 opportunities again to really stamp himself on this match.
Cain versus Federer.
38 minutes of takes. Tony Roach applauding along with the rest of the 15,000 strong crowd here at Melbourne Park.
Second set, Federer to serve. Love 15.
Terrific execution, superb decision, terrific. Wide to the backhand corner, now volley short to the forehand corner.
Winner here will play Nicholas Kiefer in the semi-finals, the number 21 seed getting through to the last 4.
Cain, Federer.
We had a big kicking second serve from Federer. Good weapon against the smaller man.
First game, second set.
A little extra weight of shot from Federer, getting Davidenko out of his comfort zone, allowing Federer just to sneak forward and apply the finishing touch.
Out. 15 on.
Federer does make it through against Kiefer. They've played 10 times. Federer leads that series 7-3, so he'd be eyeing off his chances of the final. First things first.
Left, first service.
And the bookmakers, Jeff, would no doubt have a Federer-Nalbandian final as the short-priced option at the moment, which would be a wonderful final. But the way that Marcos Baghdatis is going, anything's possible.
He's on a roll, isn't he? He's got wonderful support here in Melbourne and having the time of his life. It was a super effort, wasn't it? And finally here, Federer just being a little too cute. He shaped to hit a drop shot to the backhand corner there, and then decides, no, I'll push it deep to the forehand. And in the end, it was neither. It really came off sweetly. So well done, Davidenko.
Jeff, I said before that it's a match that the crowd really hasn't got involved in. You almost suspect that Roger Federer is a bit in the same vein at the moment.
Yes, he does seem a little emotionally flat.
Davidenko chastising himself because he knows that Federer is not at the top of his game just at this stage of the match, and he knows that this is his best chance to really get some sort of advantage. It won't last long.
Let's process this. 13-40.
Covering some serious territory here, Davydenko, but certainly keeping the ball in play, making Federer hit one more shot all the time. Serving poorly at the moment as well, Federer. This set, 40% of first serves finding their mark, and it's not allowing him to take control of the points as he likes.
Break point for Davidenko to go to a 2-1 lead unexpectedly at the start of the second set.
Use.
A little come on there from Federer, and, as Davidenko's brother Edward looks on. He's always very cool and seemingly in control, brother Edward.
Advantage, Federer. Use.
He's playing very deep in the court. Look how far back he was there, Davydenko, to return serve. And now got lots of time to set up for the pass.
Advantage, Federer. Cain, Federer.
Well, that'll be a big sigh of relief coming from Roger Federer. Dodges a bullet in the third game of the second set. Can Federer find the rhythm?
Yeah, he's mentally not sharp. He's a little negative in his attitude. For the first time I heard him make a negative comment to himself before. Normally there's none of that. course, Davidenko just won't go away, and that's credit to him. He's the sort of fellow who just nags and nags and nags at you. It was an ordinary first volley and absolute complacency and lack of attention to detail on the second volley. His first volley should have been put away. That's just lack of attention to detail and mentally sloppy.
Davydenko just has to take his chance here. Miroslav Vavranek. Well, that look says it all. Big point here in the context of the match for Davydenko. Even the Seagulls are aware of that.
Well, he's seen this shot from Federer so many times before. He's expecting it tonight, and he's getting there early enough to take a calculated risk.
Break point again for the Russian. And there is the break. Roger Federer right off the boil here in the second set. And Davydenko, all of a sudden, has wrested the advantage away from him. And he has the advantage now. Remember, he was able to break Federer in the 9th game of the first set, but he was broken straight back afterwards.
Well, that labouring the point, this is the shot, if it's short enough, that Davydenko really struggles with. When he's got to hit a slice backhand, he's just not certain as to which way to go. That's a attempted drop shot that clearly is unsatisfactory.
15-13.
That was the first serve, actually, that Davydenko has missed in this second set at all. So he's been finding the range consistently. Good to see him going for a bit more here, Davidenko. It was an opportunity and he took it. Doesn't always follow through with those opportunities. He's a little negative, but that was very positive and aggressive, was rewarded.
Sometimes puts him under pressure, and now the pressure reverting to Roger Federer. New balls coming out. Needs a spark, and he knows it. Looks very out of sorts.
Let's process.
Just waits the last minute, Federer, then makes a calculated move.
That's about as clean as he's been for a long time. Love going for Roger Federer. Might that be the spark? Davidenko still with the lead and the break in the second set.
And even on the second serve, Davidenko is still staying quite deep in the court, and that's making it difficult for Federer to serve and volley.
Davidenko serving to consolidate his advantage in this second set. Roger Federer with just the 2 aces for the match so far, and they came in the first game.
Thank you.
Davidenko, no aces, no double faults. His average first serve speed in this match has been 173 kilometres an hour, so it's not brutal by any means, but it's consistent. First serve percentage at 79, that's outstanding.
13. 14. 15. 13-13. Cain, Davidenko.
Roger Federer is going to harbour any desires of taking a 2-sets-to-love lead. He's going to have to be quick about it. Serving now to stay in this second set.
Well, that's a bit typical of Federer's plight here tonight. That slice backhand was middle of the net. Not top of the net, not close, middle of the net. And that's very unusual for Federer.
Tony Roach wondering just what has to be done here. The worst part is he's powerless at the moment. This is the only man who can do anything about it.
It's a pretty important game from every respect. If Davidenko can win it, takes the set, and equally he'll serve first in the third, which is another advantage. So he wanted that point, big effort, wasn't far from making it. He's focused. Super lob. Again, though, the volley from Federer just wasn't hit with any authority. It was a little better than one earlier, but still not hit with real punch and zip. That should have been put away. Nevertheless, a tremendous lob. It's about as much emotion as you'll ever see from Edward. That was a big point. Was there for the taking, that set. A wonderful angle here from Federer off a short ball, so the opportunity was there with Davidenko's shot landing inside the service line. See, it's not a particularly well executed drop shot from Federer. It had way too much height, and that gave Davidenko lots of time to make his ground.
symbolic of what Federer has been doing, especially in the second set, and even at some stages in the first. Second set point for the Russian. Nikolay Davydenko has levelled the match against Roger Federer in what has been a puzzling display so far from the world #1. So can Davidenko ram home the advantage here in the third set? Take advantage of the opportunities. He's been steady so far.
Came off the line, that serve, just a little quicker.
Up into the crowd. In cricket terms, it was a good cover drive.
Well, that second set was the first set that Davydenko has taken from Federer at all since 2004. 3 occasions they played in 2005. It was pretty comfortable. Federer 3 and 4, 5 and 5, 3 and 4, and no effort there from Federer. I think this is a very critical phase here. Federer is not looking good at all. That's a terrific ground stroke rally, and certainly a little more like the Federer we've come to expect, particularly off the forehand side. You would have seen the last graphic said he'd made 16 unforced errors off the forehand tonight, and the forehand is regarded as being one of the most potent weapons in the sport today.
14-15. Let service. Cain,
That's a bit more like it.
one game.
Federer has been losing so many of the opening couple of points in many of the games, and he's therefore been playing catch-up tennis in so many games. So if he's to really get some momentum going, he needs to win the first or even the first couple of points, and that hasn't been happening.
Long 15.
It's good serving. He's continually getting a very high percentage of first serves in Davidenko. They're not super quick, although that one was as quick. In fact, that is his quickest, 203 kilometers an hour. So good comeback after Federer won the first point of this game, something he hadn't been able to do too frequently. Didn't miss by much. Federer was just about ready to concede this and walk around.
Davidenko keeps the advantage in set 3. Federer having to play catch-up here in the third set, courtesy of being broken in the 9th and final game of the second set. So the pressure's always back on him. And he has been the more likely of the two, apparently, to drop his serve.
15 love. 30 love.
So much easier when you get that first serve into play. Keep control of the point.
40 love.
Love going for Federer, perhaps just what he needed.
Federer needs Davidenko to miss a few first serves if he's to start to try and take control on the return. And clearly Davidenko needs to keep serving if possible. The way he's been serving, it's been an extremely high percentage of first serves in.
Currently standing at 81%. That is extraordinary.
Let's process.
Well, again, credit to Davidenko coming forward, being prepared to have a crack at the volley if required.
Cain, Davidenko.
Well, another comfortable hole for Davidenko off the back of some more consistent serving. And this match is getting exceedingly tight. Davidenko 3-2, third set. I think if they want to see Federer beaten, they always enjoy seeing this man at any stage of any tournament. So there's a little hush over the crowd. They're not quite sure what to expect. Nor do we. 2-3, third set.
this set.
3 games.
We spoke about the first service percentage of Davidenko, and it's been a hallmark of what he's been doing so far in this championship. His first serve percentage has always been exceptionally high. In the first round against Ivo Karlovic, his first serve percentage for the match was 81, and that went 5 sets. Now that is unbelievable. He served 155 points in that match, and 126 first serves went into play. That's amazing.
It's extremely impressive, and it's causing Federer some real grief here this evening.
So who's going to be the first one to buckle here in this third set?
Continues to do well, Davidenko, on the first point or first couple of points.
That was his biggest serve of the match, 205 kilometres an hour down the tee. Still no problems on serve for Nikolay Davydenko, and Federer's been comfortable on serve in this third set. So too, there's the Russian. Swiss are trying to keep themselves amused at the moment because they're not really liking what they're seeing on the court. He's hanging in there though. Really even contest at the moment. Davidenko probably just with his nose in front. Certainly in front in the flow and the feel of the match.
More unforced errors from the forehand side.
Roger looks as though he's aged in the 1 hour and a bit that this match has been going.
He's volleyed poorly in the last couple of rounds. Certainly the last match he played against Haas, he volleyed poorly, and here tonight it's been not much better, and there's a lack of conviction and there's a genuine hesitancy when Federer approaches the net.
2 break points to the Russian.
Can you believe it?
Well, 2 unforced forehand errors, an unforced backhand volley. Couple that with Davidenko's doggedness, his ability to make virtually every shot, and he's in great shape.
So will there be any tension in the arm here? There shouldn't be. He's been solid as a rock all night so far. From Federer trying to get something going. Perhaps all of a sudden the tension is in the arm of Nikolay Davydenko.
Well, he'd made 3 unforced errors only for the set prior to this game, and he's made a couple here in the first 2 points. So it's been he's been miserable as far as making unforced errors up to this point. Until now, perhaps. Oh! Very ordinary turn from Federer, and quite rightly taken advantage of by Davidenko. But Federer again not recovering, really not interested in this smash. If he could smash it anywhere to the forehand part of the court, Federer was nowhere to be seen. Well, he did everything but win the point here at Davidenko. He had Federer scrambling back and forth, and here just hesitating for a moment. Federer barely staying in the point.
Might this be the start of the fight back?
Good shot, Davidenko. Ground strokes of Davidenko have picked up in pace in this last set. He's genuinely hurting the Swiss #1 at the moment.
Still an opportunity for the break back. That is the most emotion that Roger Federer has shown, not only tonight, but probably in these championships. Now would be a good time to continue that.
Thank you.
Quite a wild swing early in the point as well.
Help him. Have it.
Not sure that I'll be picking that one up. Brave young man. Should we get there in this third set, Federer has a vastly superior tie-break record to Davidenko, who actually has a negative tie-break record.
That was lazy feet from Federer. The ball's up the middle of the court. He wanted to change direction, and he was very slow with the feet.
So what a huge point coming up here. Federer just having broken back in the previous game. Davidenko looking to wrest the advantage back immediately.
Off the line, just skidded that little bit extra when it hits the paint.
Hawkeye reinforcing that point made by Jeff Masters. Tony Roach, Miroslav Vavrinek can hardly watch. If there was any tension evident in Nikolay Davydenko in his previous service game, he'd want to keep it out of this one. Just one more hold, and the worst he can achieve in this third set is a tie break.
Not since the opening couple of games have we seen Federer go for this down the line backhand and back himself. Strikes this one particularly well.
Just his 4th backhand winner of the match.
Come on, damn it.
13-15.
Another wonderful service game from Nikolay Davydenko. And it will be at worst a tie break for him. Federer is going to need to hold his serve to get us to that stage.
Please.
Needs a good hold of serve here to take us to a tie break in the 3rd set. Seems like the insects might be following him from end to end.
And in that rally, Davidenko keeping better length than Federer. Just way too upright on the volleys, Federer. Hitting down on the ball.
The faces tell the story. How glum can you look?
Shot.
Wow. What a time to do that. Two points for a 2-6-1 lead to Nikolay Davydenko after dropping the 1st set. smile on the face of brother and coach. Still one opportunity here for the Russian.
Slice backhand that Federer normally plays so well and draws the error from a player who likes the ball higher. But really, again, throughout that rally, Federer very short. There's so many balls that are landing inside the service line that it's so much easier for Davidenko to control the point. So unless he improves his length, Federer, he's going to be in continued trouble.
That's what he needed. 207. Just 3 kilometres an hour shy of his quickest of this match. So after Davidenko let slip 2 set points, Federer with a point to take us to a tie-break. Statistics are these. Federer's career tie-break record, 151, 91 lost. Davidenko, 43 won, 46 lost. Some shot at that stage, Jeff Masters.
Was indeed, but again, he's just hanging by a thread through, well, some brilliant shot making and a little good fortune perhaps, but his length when rallying is way too short. Let's see if Davidenko can capitalize fully. Well, again, all rally there. Federer's shots landed either inside the service line or barely a metre past the service line, and from that position against a quality player, you're just going to be continually defending.
He didn't make the shot, but how quick is he?
He's very quick indeed. He's working particularly hard. It's a major set, isn't it? 2 sets to 1 up or 2 sets to 1 down. It's worth striving for, giving it everything.
So effectively, all he needs to do from here on in is hold his serve, something he has done with monotonous regularity in the earlier portion of this match. 80% of first serves into play.
3-1, Davidenko. Davidenko. Thank you. Let's first service.
Well, that was a clutch volley from Federer there. The Davidenko shot low at the feet was a good one. Maximum pressure here. Federer having to hit a volley within centimeters of the baseline. Davidenko saying, how close was that? How can you make that at that stage?
Davidenko effectively with the mini break.
Well, that was a point where Federer actually got better length and therefore started to get control of the point. The approach shot, though, just not good enough. It had good slice, but not enough penetration and not quite deep enough. Davidenko equal to the task.
The Russian here on his own serve can get to within 1 point of a 2-1 lead. Still just the 1 point in it, though, against the serve. And that sums up what has been Roger Federer's game for a big portion of this match, this quarter-final match. Three set points for the number 5 seed to get 2/3 of the way to the biggest upset in the Open. Federer hangs by a thread. It's still set point though. This time on the racket of Nikolay Davydenko.
Missed his opportunities early in that rally, Davidenko, when the first 2 shots of Federer again landed in the service box, and he just didn't have the courage, Davidenko, to go for it. After that, they settled into a good, controlled rhythm, both keeping good depth, and it was Davidenko who folded first.
So the Russian having squandered 3 set points. Can Federer complete some sort of escape here in the 3rd set and take the lead? Somebody's going to have a set point in a minute.
Davidenko.
What a time for a big serve. He saw the 3 aces. That wasn't one that was as good as.
Oh, dear.
Absolute frame. He's got a man.
Well, this is a moment perhaps of self-doubt from Davidenko. That was as Peter mentioned, a totally framed backhand. It was sitting there asking to be hit, and he didn't really commit to the shot.
Roger Federer do that? Well, that double fault makes the difference. Federer 97, Davidenko 96. Start of the 4th set.
It was a very good execution from Federer, but a very poor choice really, because he was on the baseline when he hit it. He couldn't have hit it any better, but being so deep, he gave Davidenko lots of time to get there.
And if there are any lingering doubts in the mind of Davidenko after what happened at the end of the 3rd set there, this would be just the way to erase them partially. Not on the scoreboard though.
can't underestimate the foot speed of Davydenko in this match. Whenever Federer's hit something with real width, Davydenko's got there quickly, he's negated it, he's recovered, and he's really been able to stifle any momentum or attack that Federer is looking to find.
One saved. Davidenko still with one opportunity to come. Just what the doctor ordered for the number 5 seed. So there's Sandra Davydenko just telling the ball boy to try and remove a couple of unwanted visitors. Easier said than done. Davydenko needs this to go to 5, of course, for him to survive, and he's actually got a better 5-set record than Federer in percentage terms. Davydenko's played 10-1-6, Federer's 50-50, played 9, played 18 and won 9. Back points straight away for the world number 1. Well, he really hasn't looked vulnerable on serve for much of this match, Davydenko, but he looked pretty shaky there.
This wasn't one of his better games, was it? In that last forehand missed by some margin.
I wonder if he is thinking about the tie break. It'd be hard to block out of your mind.
Absolutely. This man Federer has hardly ever been beaten in the last few years, and when you've got a chance to take a 2-1 lead in a Grand Slam and it doesn't happen, it's hard to put it out of your mind.
So new balls in this 3rd game of the 4th set. 1 break of serve apiece.
15.
Federer realizing this is a moment, saying come on, because Davydenko is just a little down. He's just lost the service break. And it's time to push the advantage home, and he knows it. He wants this point, he wants this game. Can't have this point though, just wide. He thought he'd made it.
So far in, Sandra Davydenko making the correct overrule. It's hard to tell in the space of just a few points, Jeff, but you just sense that there's a momentum swing going on right here.
Absolutely. Federer sensed it when he had broken back in that last game. He knew this was the time to push ahead.
There you go. And if you just walked in and you just seen that go, you'd think, oh, yeah, well, there's Roger Federer doing what he does. Sheer perfection most of the time. Not quite tonight on many occasions, but the chances are he might be able to scrap his way out of this. Glorious Wednesday night in Melbourne, Rod Laver Arena on the big stage. Even apart from the importance of this match being a quarterfinal of a Grand Slam, Davidenko, only human, must be thinking, well, I've played him 6 times, he's beaten me 6 times, I've had the best opportunity that I've ever had probably to beat him. Have I let it slip? Tough to clear that thought from your mind. Just about bet 2 things earlier in this match. That defensive lob would have landed half a metre over the baseline instead of on it, and the ball that hit the top of the tape for Davidenko would have fallen over. Sometimes the tennis gods have a funny way of dictating things.
Asking himself there, what the hell are you doing? And the choice of shot was okay, but his position to try it was not. He was too deep behind the baseline to attempt that shot, which is why he asked himself that rhetorical question.
Davidenko dropping right away now when his second serve is required. He's down to winning just 9 of 23, so that's 39%, and it's heading south.
He knows it's a time to strike here, Federer, as well. He's more aggressive on the second serve, went after it, set the point up. He senses as well that an opportunity just may be here in the offing.
Cain, Davidenko.
Taken to deuce, but able to hold. A shake of the head from Federer. The timing still not quite all it should be. The match still on a knife's edge. But by virtue of that escape in the third set, Federer has it. 2-1. Bit of a change of weaponry coming up here for Nikolay Davydenko. The German Nicholas Kiefer awaiting the winner here in the semi-finals. Nalbandian versus Bagdatis in the other semi.
He'd given that point away. Davidenko. His return was short, the forehand court was open, and he was surprised that Federer hit it back to him.
Again falling on his side. Davidenko becoming frustrated now. Federer holds. The numbers not adding up for Davidenko in this fourth set. His first serve percentage in this set is only 64. No winners, 6 unforced errors so far in the set. In contrast to what he's been doing in the first 3. Having said all that, though, we're still on serve.
was a difficult height. When you're running forward like that, it's difficult to decide whether to smash this or hit a high forehand volley. Wasn't a good enough shot to come in on from Federer's point of view.
13.
He's deep in the court here behind the baseline. Federer, when he decides to come forward, and you can see clearly he can only make it to the service line, and he's never going to be effective from there. Good game from Davidenko at this point. Federer has lifted his rating. He wants to try and go into overdrive, and Davidenko has sensed it, and he's gone with him in this game.
Process.
And the Russian does play it well. That is tough. 3 games all.
All right, from the outset of that game, Federer had made his intentions clear. The first point, it was a good serve from Davidenko wide. Federer at full stretch went after it and then head back across court to try and recover. So he threw everything at Davidenko there, but Davidenko had the answers.
.208 kilometres an hour. Best for the match, 210. Only his 4th ace. No double faults so far for Federer.
Game, Federer.
Simple as you like, a love going. And the touch appears to be coming back. How long can Nikolay Davydenko hang in there? The time stats before this match. Federer had been on court just 7 hours and 22 minutes. Davidenko 12 hours and 4 minutes. Is it becoming a factor? That 4.5-hour difference in 4 matches. Significant. He's thrown his best punches, Nikolay Davydenko. He is hanging in there at the moment. It could have been so different, bar for that 3rd set tiebreak and what transpired. Federer always setting the bar in this 4th set by holding his serve, forcing Davidenko to come up with just one more good service game.
15. 13 all.
Feet almost seem glued to the rebound ace surface then. And he knows it. Are you kidding or what? Was his comment.
Hey!
14-52.
He's volleyed well tonight for a man who's not comfortable at all on that part of the court, and he's had the courage to continually go forward, but that clearly was not one of his better ones.
Just when he looked comfortable in this 8th game of the 4th set, now under extreme pressure.
It's a game of millimetres. That return of Federer, another 2 millimetres higher. It was an outright winner, and break point was going to be the result.
The errors that we just did not see from Davidenko in the 2nd set, and 99.9% of the 3rd set creeping in set 4. There we go. He's decided now's the time.
Advantage, Federer. Please. Thank you.
That's lazy footwork from Federer there. It was a big point, and he took one big stride to that backhand rather than a couple of smaller ones.
Advantage, Federer.
My goodness.
That can only be fatigue, either mental and or physical, because it was totally mistimed, obviously.
Deuce.
Davidenko on the ropes here. Federer can't find the knockout blow, or even the jab to set it up. 2 break points to Federer to go to a 5-3 lead, and he's unable to take them.
Hey!
15 love.
Strange thing from Federer tonight is that when he's missed, he's often missed with shots such as that last one, very much in the middle of the net.
Let's for service. Cain, Federer.
Ace number 5 for Roger Federer. Spot on 200. He's now just 1 game away from victory. If you are just joining us, it looked grimmer than grim for quite a bit of this match. Nikolay Davydenko having to serve once more and hold and continue this match.
That's just 2 free points there. Only pedestrian serves 159 kilometres an hour, and the return not finding the court. Make that 3. It's poor returning from Federer, particularly at this stage. Tony Roach would be screaming at himself inwardly. Hated missing returns on big points or big situations.
Let's for service.
Oh!
14-15. Cain, Davidenko.
Davidenko gifted one there. And as much as Federer has looked the man most likely in this set, He needs to be very careful.
Ball, please. Ball boy. Ball boy. Thank you.
His serve has been the best part of his game in this fourth set, Federer. He's starting to set the point up better. He's more consistent, more accurate, and setting the point up.
Federer getting 68% of first serves into play in this set. Davidenko's numbers were looking ordinary comparatively to what he'd been doing earlier in this set, but he's got it back up to 82% of first serves back in. That was quick on 94. Out very wide, right on the line.
Good shot. And impressive that Davidenko snuck into the net there when he had Federer on the ropes. That's not been part of his game style over the last 18 months or so. So credit to him for developing the courage to do that. Well done.
Cain, Federer.
So just the two breaks of serve in the fourth set. They came in the first and second games and cancelled each other out. Again, Davidenko will have to serve to keep the match alive. When he had 3 set points, double faulted to give Federer the set. If he can't force it to a tie break,
Thank you.
that will be all she wrote.
He's got that first point again, and that's been symptomatic of so much of this evening. But he earned that point. It was a good one.
Please.
Certainly hear the new Wilson balls pinging off the rackets here.
It was a late decision here because he hesitated now decides I'm going to get around it, but in so doing was too crammed, too cramped.
Remember back to the 8th game of this set, Federer set up a break point with one of his trademark shots, that magnificent forehand down the line. Can he come up with a similar winner here at this critical stage? Now he's on the verge. Does Roger think so? Hawkeye does.
Oh. Well, it was the second last backhand that did the damage. Now he takes his time, measured it, and finished it. Good stuff. He certainly had better length throughout this match off the ground, and he's created more opportunities by doing so.
Statistics that we mentioned to you before the third set tiebreak. Federer, very strong tiebreak record, of course. 151 to 91 now. Davidenko 43-1, 47 lost. It's not his strong suit.
Federer.
That's a wonderful shot from Davidenko. Federer's backhand had reasonable length. Look how quickly he sets up for this Davidenko, so the feet are still moving particularly well.
Who would have thought that Nikolay Davydenko would have more backhand winners than Roger Federer? At the moment, the count is 9-7.
3-2.
Really
Federer.
gaining good advantage in the last 3 or 4 service games, and now on the tie break, Federer with this wide serve to the forehand on the first court. He's drawn lots of errors, but that's about the only place he's drawing errors from this man Davydenko at the moment.
The beginning of the end. Nobody is left. Why would you? It's been such a dramatic match of ebbs and flows, most of them against this man.
Thank you.
Somehow he's managed to fight his way out of it to this stage. It ain't over yet though.
Lights versus.
Come up with something brilliant when they need it most. There's nothing wrong with this approach shot. Federer at full stretch finds an astounding angle.
So now it's on his own racket. Two more points and we can be out of here, and he can be on his way to the semis.
Shot. Well, again, punishing anything short from Federer. This ball again just past the service line, and Davidenko onto it in a flash with genuine pace. Too good.
Still the #1 seed with the mini break.
No, that's good play from Davidenko. I've just got the feeling this is going to be a mirror image of the third set where Davidenko made all the running, should have won it. Federer seems as if he's had the better of things in this fourth set, but I just feel like there's something extra that we're in for here.
We could believe most things after some of the stuff we've seen tonight. Back on serve again. So for the second time in this match, Roger Federer has a match point. In fact, he has two.
Sure has. Just a drive volley prior to this smash was the tough one. No problems with that one, but he had a drive volley from mid-court that had dropped to waist height, and he did beautifully.
Match point number 3 for the number 1 seed. That'll do it. Harry Houdini will be proud of that one. Federer escapes somehow. Davidenko can afford a smile, but knows that he had his best ever opportunity in 7 meetings of beating the world's number 1. His Australian Open campaign ends it.
Roger Federer of Switzerland.
3 hours and 13 minutes. Federer wins by 3 sets to 1.